Greetings. It is I, Susie Q, working with automatic writing, getting some of the messages from soul messages, Akashic records, my body messenger system. I'm always working with that, and also just other ways of processing, more guidance as we move forward with some of these automatic written pieces. So the guidance is always, it's coming through so succinctly and powerfully. Some comes through color, some comes from words, some comes through impressions, or um, it could be anything, so that's exactly some of the work that I do. I was initially calling it basically Akashic records, but I really feel that the soul, your soul and my soul we're talking hello, my soul and your soul. But we start noticing that that soul is assisting us to continue to persevere with whatever it is that you're achieving. And there's no judgment, as it could be good or bad or purple or green, but some of these beautiful bands of energies that are supporting us through thoughts, through impressions, like I said, it's really powerful because we start getting guidance. We start getting new, fresh guidance. And so this is what I'm going to do right now is go into this one automatic written piece. So we'll start now. All right. Be open to a whole new multiverse, creating just for you. The spark within believes that this is so. In the spaciousness of ultimate potentiality, what now will you create? Cerebral cortex stands at attention. Your desires are met with an affirmative yes. Within your multiverse, your inner and outer landscapes shapeshift at your own will, your own will. Healing hands, you the physician, hands on your heart and say, I love myself so much that my body responds and mirrors my heart's desire to be joyfully abundant in all aspects of my life. I am free. I am sovereign. I am manifest. Ah, yes. Within this jump across the pond of sorts, be open to being more bold these days. Claim what's next for you. Be loud. Be irreverent. Be the commander of your own galactic sojourn here and access those resources. Bring this source energy into your own experience. Be bold. Source energy is the wellspring of limitless expressions. Adapt to concepts of joy that far exceed your own ideals of what it means to bring in the light. Draw in source energy in the form of your knowing. Receive that which has been waiting for you to be more fully arrived to your truth. You are loved, you are loved, you are loved. Be it that it is, and so it is. Wow. Wow. So when we start looking at some of these words and some of these impressions, is there's a lot of underlying consciousness underneath the words, or even me articulating some of these written pieces, but there's more to the story when we're working with some of these words that just came out of the blue. Like, I wasn't writing a story, it just all of a sudden, I just was compelled to go to the keyboard and type, type, type. But the more that we go into kind of being more available, right? More available to take some time and to just be in stillness. And in within that space, that spaciousness of stillness, it's really kind of amazing because you're just being, you're just in a place of quietude, solitude, or you're just in a sense of peace. I'm peaceful now. I feel peaceful. I feel tranquility. I'm acknowledging my sweet, sweet wisdom, and I'm really acknowledging my soul's messages. I'm really acknowledging the beautiful gifts of the Akashic records. Really acknowledging the breath of life of my body, you know. So many messages come through in different ways. It could be through color, it could be through sound vibration. We definitely do a lot of sound vibration here. And so the more that we kind of start engaging with what else do I need to awaken to, or or is it already done? Am I in the right place? Is this the right experience for me right now? Is this the best for me, or is there something else that's conspiring to come through? Or maybe I'm not really engaging necessarily, or maybe I'm not really available to consider these concepts or these impressions or different kinds of thought provoking quandaries, you know. So the more that we go into just simply looking at some of the ordinariness. So sometimes our words are kind of like ordinary, right? But then you kind of chain them up together and then there's something there. And in between those words or those chains of words is there space. And the more that we can go into what we call pure space, and I think that's where the sweet spot is, to be in the space of quietude and just simply being. So being could look like this. Most of the time I kind of crack up a little bit, but that's actually a joyful experience. Especially if you haven't been really happy lately, right? Or something shifted and you're like, oh God, what am I going to do now? Well, just smiling, just smiling could create something different with your physical body. You know, if you start smiling, you know, that kind of creates all this kind of like yummy goodness, you know, flowing through your body. And that feeling of just that smile, you know, it kind of helps the happy hormones. It kind of happens when those happy hormones come in, and then we feel a bit lighter. With every moment that you take and every moment that you express out or breathe it, you know, breathing in the energy, any of these things are helping you. Breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out. We'll do a cleansing breath, breathing in. And there goes the smile again. You can reset it. We'll do another cleansing breath, breathing in and then breathing out. Whenever I do a cleansing breath, it's always like kind of like cracking up or I'm smiling. But some of these things are really helping people to feel lighter in the body. Those words, you know, the words that I do, so many words. But when we really look at it, it's a great space to just, like again, say, just be. Just be in the presence of the air that's around you, being in the presence of your beautiful divinity, being in the presence of this beautiful planet that we have. It's so fantastic. And being in the presence of your friends and your family, and being in the presence of your own self. And when you start noticing that you start working with your own self, you just take a little time just to just pause and just be. Sometimes people say, "Well, I got to do this and that," and I got to. I'm really. I've got so many things to do. Well, maybe it could just be that you could set aside a little time to just be, and then when you feel a little bit lighter in the body, then you may start relating to, I think I can do the other work now. There's no true urgency. Some people feel like there's so much urgency that's happening. But I think it being in the presence of your own divinity, your own sovereign self, you just start acknowledging the beauty and the breath that we came here, you know? Like little cosmonauts, right? So, all right. So, what else will you do today? What's next on your menu? What will you be doing later today? Will you call somebody? Will you take a walk? Will you go do something different? Can you pivot a little bit, you know? All right. So we'll see you soon and namaste.